Hello, my name is Tayo. I'm a real estate consultant and a realtor. What is land banking part 4? Now, to see the other parts, parts 1 to 3, if you're watching on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, the links to the previous videos, parts 1 to 3, are in the description. If you're watching on Instagram, please just click on the IGTV tab and you can see the previous videos. So, today, what is land banking part 4? I want to share with you two important things that you need to take note of when it comes to land banking. And these two things are, number one, when we're talking about land banking, it's important for you to understand that we are looking at lands in emerging areas. This is very important, land in emerging areas. And the reason for this is because you're actually looking out for lands that are relatively low priced, okay, compared to what you find in other locations. All right, so you want to buy lands that are relatively low priced, and that you also can be sure that in the next couple of years the value will have appreciated. And that is the reason why you're looking for lands that are in emerging areas. So when we talk about emerging areas, we're talking about areas that that development, there are signs of development. And how do you know that there are signs of development in an area? You see the presence of government, migration. You see that people are moving a lot to that area. You see industries coming up in that area. These are some pointers to tell you that this area is emerging. Okay, and because we have a growing and a blooming population, and you also can see that there are lots of people moving to this area, this tells you one thing, that land in such a place, even if they cost less compared to others right now, it's just a matter of time before the value of these lands go up significantly. And that is what you want to take advantage of. That is what you want to position yourself to be able to take advantage of, which was why in my last video I talked about migration, and I talked about a quote which says, find out where the people are going and buy the land before they get there. Okay, so one, like I said, a very important indication that tells you that an area is emerging is you see a lot of things happening. Infrastructure, government is there doing lots of things, like the Ibejuleki area where you get lots of industries coming up. You have the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, the road has been upgraded. You have the Shagamu interchange area where you have a lot of industries coming up there, the Nigerian breweries, so many things going on in all of these areas. So these are pointers that these areas are emerging. And so if you find lands to buy in these areas that are not so expensive, it is good for you to buy, and then in the near future you can sell these lands for a good profit. The second thing to look out for when you're looking at land banking, or the second important thing to note, is the fact that you must have at the back of your mind that you have to hold your land for a couple of years, at least 5 years. Now the reason for that is a lot of realtors can tell you if you buy land in this place, the value of your land will appreciate within so and so period. Now that is not untrue. The value of your land can appreciate within a short period of time, but will you be able to sell it even if the value appreciates? Okay, because what you're looking at is land that is a situation where you invest in the property, and then the value appreciates, and then you can sell it to get your money back. If you can't sell it, there's no point. So so in terms of being able to sell your property, you should be willing to hold your land for at least 5 years. This is very important. It's very important. And that means that if you cannot put your money on a particular land for about 5 years, don't even do it. Okay? Because there are lots of people who have invested in lands. Now they want to sell their lands, after 2 years, and they can't sell these lands. Okay? So it's important that you know that you must be willing to hold your land for at least 5 years, if you're talking about land banking. So these two things are very, very important when we're talking about land banking. This is different from land flipping, where you buy land, you keep it for maybe a few months, and then you can sell for a profit. I did a video on that a couple of weeks back, the few things or the few ways by which you can buy land and resell within a short period of time for a good profit. But this is different from land flipping. In land banking, you must be willing to two things. You are buying relatively low priced lands in an emerging area, and number two, you must be willing to hold your land for at least 5 years. This is very important. So if you cannot hold the land or put your money in something for 5 years, you should not even consider land banking. All right. Now, in my next video, I'm going to share with you some practical examples, individuals, organizations who bought land cheap just a few years back, and as we speak, the value of their lands have grown significantly. And that will be my last video. I'll share with you some examples and then my final thoughts on what land banking is all about. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please let us stay safe. COVID-19 is real, and we're also optimistic that all of this will be over pretty soon. Thanks.